This is Star Wars, the Vintage Collection, Enfys Nest. This is Wave 2 from the 2018 The Vintage Collection line by Hasbro. As you can see here, I have two Enfys Nests available here for this review today. I will obviously be keeping one of these guys carded, in packaging, because the vintage card back is just too beautiful to open up. I think you gotta get two of each. Enfys Nest is of course from Wave 2 of the 2018 The Vintage Collection line. He comes in a wave with the young Han Solo, Imperial Assault Tank Driver, Imperial Death Trooper, which is a repack of the Walmart exclusive 3 3/4 Black Series, Supreme Leader Snoke repack from Wave 1, and the Stormtrooper from the First Order, which is also a repack from the first wave of the 2018 The Vintage Collection line. Packaging is amazing, of course. I love the artwork here of Enfys Nest. She is arguably the figure to get in the second wave. She will be repacked in the third wave as well for the Vintage Collection line, which I have not seen yet here, unfortunately, at retail, but I hope to pick up whenever it releases here in Canada. But again, standard Vintage Collection packaging with the bubble. Really nice looking artwork here of Enfys Nest from Solo, a Star Wars story. DVD just came out, by the way, or Blu-ray I should say. I found one of these at my local EB Games here in Canada, and I also found one off Amazon, amazon.ca. The packaging here is a little bit dented in the mail, unfortunately. Amazon didn't really do a good job of packaging it, so as you might expect, this will be the vintage card back that I will open up. Let's get the vintage card back opened up, and let's see what the Enfys Nest Vintage Collection figure is all about. So here is Enfys Nest outside of her plastic prison. And my first impression is, wow. Highly detailed action figure here, 3 3/4 inch by Hasbro. Really well done. I would even say, just looking at the amount of detail that's put into this 3 3/4 inch figure, that there's more detail here than the actual 6-inch version of Enfys Nest that you can get in stores right now. Amazing job. She looks really identical to the character on the big screen, as we saw in Solo, the Star Wars story. She comes with a multitude of different accessories as well. Let me just put some of these cards away. As you can see here, each arm, her left arm and her right forearm, has a little peg hole where you can put one of her feathers, I guess. Not sure what this is, like a forearm armor guard or some sort that she uses in the movie. There are two different versions. You can have the armor guard here with the feathers out. As you can see, there's a little peg over here to put the accessory onto her forearm, but there's also another accessory here showing the armor without the feathers, with the feathers retracted. And again, same idea. You just peg hole, you put the peg into the hole onto each of her forearms right here. Just attach it like that, and that's pretty much it. Pretty basic, but works efficiently and just the same. We have a soft goods cape here, which works really well in my opinion for this scale. Doesn't really get in the way of articulation. She also has this little staff here that comes with quite a lot of detail. Not a lot of paint put on here, but there are some paint details here, different shades of gray. But Hasbro went above and beyond really to add fine little details here for this small accessory, which you don't see a lot nowadays in a lot of their figures, which is unfortunate. Her little necklace here is also a separate piece, which is really nice. In fact, most of the chest accessories that you see here in the costume are separate pieces, which really surprised me because I thought, Hasbro could have easily just molded everything onto one piece to save money, but they didn't, which is awesome. Her little satchel here is also a soft PVC type material, again a separate piece. And that's pretty much it for Enfys Nest. A really well executed figure. Taking a quick look here at the helmet, you can see exquisite paint job here for this figure. Again, for a smaller scale figure, not a lot of errors that I can see here in terms of the paint applications. Really nice. Love the blue and the gray. It looks extremely screen accurate. In terms of articulation, this is a super articulated 3 3/4 inch figure. We got a ball jointed torso, articulated elbows, shoulders, swivel wrist, swivel thigh, hinge jointed knees, and ankle rockers that also swivel up and down as well, which is awesome. The only downside about the articulation for this figure is the fact that due to her little hairpiece here at the end, hard plastic material, her head doesn't really move a whole lot. That's about it to the extent of her head movement, but with this particular character, I think she's still super posable, definitely worth the addition to your vintage collection display piece. And again, a must-have figure if you're a fan. A must-have figure if you're a fan of the new Solo movie. So there you have it. This was Enfys Nest from the Vintage Collection line 2018 Wave 2 from Hasbro, from Solo: A Star Wars Story. Again, out of all the characters in Wave 2, this is the figure that you want to pick up. It's uniquely molded. It looks super fun to pose. And it definitely will be one of those figures that will be harder to find, because scalpers will be after this one 100%. So there you have it. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and come back for more great content to come here on the channel. And until the next time, may the toys be with you.